In this one, I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. First play, first throw coming for Vic. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Eric Dickerson taking it in from the 20. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, 35 yards. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a one-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Off the draw, it's Dickerson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give left side. It's Dickerson. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Dickerson trying the right side. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready?
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Dickerson on the handoff, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Inside give to Dickerson, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. That throw by Vick incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
It's a play fake. Now Vick. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. It'll be Vick once more. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Patterson.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Rod Woodson.
And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
That would complete downfield to Thomas.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to...
He's got a man, complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Vic will look to throw on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals team.